Title: When Olive Branches Break, 4 Israeli Lives Lost in a West Bank Bloodbath. TLDR. In a recent fatal event that smudges a charcoal streak on the canvas of peace, 2 Palestinian gunmen ended the lives of 4 Israeli civilians in the contested West Bank. They executed this deadly plot at a restaurant and gas station. Was their choice of location intentional, or merely coincidental? The incident concludes with one attacker killed and the other apprehended post-manhunt. A declaration by Hamas takes us further into the spiraling abyss of this decades-long conflict. What does this signify for the future? Full story. As the Mediterranean sun shone innocently on the West Bank landscape, a sinister plot unfolded. 2 Palestinian gunmen, in a gruesome display of humanity at its lowest ebb, killed 4 Israeli civilians. The crime scene? A humble restaurant and adjacent gas station next to the Eli settlement, around 25 miles north of Jerusalem. An Israeli civilian, stepping up amidst the chaos, managed to kill one of the attackers, a Palestinian from a nearby Arab town. But who is this braveheart? An off-duty soldier, or a regular citizen pushed beyond the breaking point? The second assailant didn't have the luck to evade capture. A manhunt, probably as adrenaline-charged as any Hollywood blockbuster, ended with him shot in his getaway vehicle. But was it justice served, or simply a bitter continuation of the violent narrative? The plot thickened when Hamas, the Islamist militia-cum-political movement that governs the Gaza Strip, openly claimed the attackers as their own, attributing the violence to Israeli airstrikes on Gaza, military incursions in the northern West Bank and police raids on a Jerusalem mosque. But does this explanation justify such blatant disregard for human life? Can violence ever be an acceptable response to violence? Interestingly, Hamas has often played coy, steering clear of any direct acknowledgement of West Bank violence. Yet, this time, they openly claimed responsibility. Does this signal a dangerous shift in strategy? Or is it an ill-conceived PR move that could invite reprisals on Hamas leaders and infrastructure in Gaza and the West Bank? Despite the tragedy's immediate aftermath, we are left with the haunting realization of the deeper, embedded conflict. The questions, however, remain: when will the path to peace in the Middle East be more than a political cliché? And how many more lives will be caught in the crossfire of this struggle for power and dominance? Disclaimer: this article does not provide recommendations or personal viewpoints and is for information only. It doesn't intend to glorify violence or incite any form of action. Our hearts go out to the victims, but our voice remains neutral, solely reporting the facts as they occurred. Now it's your turn to think: could this new wave of violence mark the onset of more turbulent times, or could it serve as a wake-up call for peace initiatives?